is a version of you that you haven't met yet. A version so disciplined, so precise, so relentlessly consistent that if you saw him today, you would feel a spike of fear in your chest. Because he doesn't negotiate. He doesn't try. He doesn't need motivation. He moves like a blade, clean, inevitable, and silent. And the reason this version terrifies people is simple. When you become that disciplined, you become unmanipulatable. You stop reacting. You stop explaining. You stop needing permission. And the world can't control a person who doesn't need anything from it. You clicked this because you're tired, not physically tired, soul tired. You're tired of the loop, big intention in the morning, collapse by afternoon, guilt at night, and then the same promise tomorrow. In your head, you're thinking, I know what to do. Why can't I just do it? And the worst part is you start to suspect your character is weak. But actually, your character isn't weak. Your system is. You're trying to build discipline with emotion. And emotion is a traitor. Miyamoto Musashi understood this centuries ago. He wasn't a motivational figure. He was a strategist, a man who survived duels by being colder than his fear. He wrote the Book of Five Rings not to inspire you, but to harden you. He understood that the true opponent is not the man in front of you, it's the softness inside you, and his method wasn't hype, it was form, routine. Kaizen-level repetition so small it looks harmless, until it becomes unstoppable. Today, I'm going to give you the Musashi discipline method built on Kaizen, 1% daily warfare against your weakest self. And listen closely, because the next thing is even more valuable than the idea. Discipline that terrifies people is not loud. It's not aggressive. It's not posting gym selfies. It's the quiet discipline that makes your presence feel heavier because people can sense you've stopped bargaining with yourself. Let's name the concept, the Musashi Edge. It has 3 laws and 6 practices. When you do these, you don't become disciplined sometimes. You become disciplined as an identity. And that's when people get nervous around you. Law 1, remove negotiation. The worst possible thing you can do is start every action with a debate. Should I train today? Should I work now? Should I study? That inner conversation is where your discipline dies. Musashi didn't debate in the moment. In a duel, hesitation is death. In life, hesitation is slow suicide. So your first law is brutal. No negotiation after the signal. The alarm rings, you move. The clock hits your work time, you start. The moment you negotiate, your comfort wins. And you already know this. You're thinking, yeah, but I don't feel ready. Good. Readiness is irrelevant. Musashi trained so that readiness didn't matter. Practice 1, the 3-second command. When the moment arrives, alarm, task, workout, you have 3 seconds to move. If you wait 4, your brain starts building excuses like a lawyer. 1, 2, 3, move. This is not motivation, this is conditioning. When you do this daily, you rewire the pathway, signal to action. And once you have that, discipline becomes automatic. The next thing is even more valuable. Why your discipline keeps collapsing isn't because you're weak, it's because your goals are too heavy. Practice 2, Kaizen cuts the mountain. Most people set goals like sacred mountains. Get shredded, build a business, learn a skill. Your brain looks up at the mountain and freezes. So you procrastinate, then hate yourself, then restart with a new plan. Stop doing that. Musashi didn't train by imagining victory. He trained by repeating the smallest form until it was lethal. Kaizen is your sword here. You cut the mission down until it's impossible to avoid. Not the version that impresses people, the version that builds momentum. When you do this, discipline stops being heroic and becomes routine. Instead of work out, your mission is put on the clothes and do 5 minutes. Instead of write the book, it's write 150 words. That's Kaizen. And it's terrifying because it removes your favorite escape. It's too big. Law 2, train in silence. Musashi warned about performance. The moment you announce your new era, you leak pressure. You get dopamine for a result you didn't earn. Never, ever, ever do this. Don't broadcast your plan before you've built proof. The disciplined person becomes dangerous because they move quietly. They don't need applause. They don't need accountability partners who become therapists. They execute. When you do this, people start projecting onto you. They wonder what you're building. They feel your absence like weight. Practice 3. The ghost phase. Disappear in your behavior, not your life. You still show up, work, family, responsibilities, but you stop advertising the transformation. No, I'm locking in. No new me. Just consistent execution. You cut cheap dopamine, endless scrolling, constant messages, over-explaining. And the next thing is even more valuable. Musashi didn't just train the body, he trained the mind to ignore mood. Law 3. Detach action from emotion. Here's the misconception. Disciplined people don't feel resistance. That's a lie. They feel it. They just don't obey it. Musashi would call your emotions weather. You don't cancel the mission because it's raining. You put on a coat. Discipline is not feeling good. Discipline is acting in direct opposition to how you feel. And when you do this consistently, you become terrifying because you become unpredictable to circumstance. People can't wait for you to be tired or sad or stressed because you still show up. Practice 4. Emotional alchemy. You take the lead weight of "I don't want to" and you transmute it into "I did it anyway." This is the real flex. Not motivation, not inspiration, completion. When you do this, your self-respect returns. And self-respect is the fuel that doesn't burn out. Now, here comes the part most people miss, and it's almost more valuable than everything so far. Discipline collapses because your environment is built for softness. Musashi trained like a man preparing for war. You train like a man surrounded by snacks, screens, and comfort. Practice 5. Weaponize friction. Make bad habits hard. Make good habits easy. This is Musashi-level strategy. Put the phone in another room. Leave the book open on the table. Put the gym clothes on the floor. Block the apps. Prepare the tools the night before. When you do this, you stop relying on willpower. You trap your future self into success. And lazy minds love traps because traps remove choice. Practice 6. The daily duel. Musashi fought duels. You fight one duel every day, you versus your weakest self. Pick one non-negotiable action daily that proves you're in control. 1, not 10. One duel, win it every day. The mission isn't to do everything. The mission is to become the person who always shows up. And when people see that you win your daily duel no matter what, something shifts. They stop giving you advice. They stop testing you because they can feel it. You're not playing the same game anymore. Now let's lock it into a code, because Musashi lived by code, and this is where you become terrifying. Code 1, I don't negotiate after the signal. Code 2, I train in silence. Code 3, I win the daily duel. Code 4, I never fail twice. That last one is the killer. Most people spiral because they think one slip means they're broken, so they quit. But the disciplined person doesn't quit, they correct. You miss a day? Fine, you don't miss 2. That's how discipline becomes inevitable. If you do this for 30 days, you won't just feel disciplined. You'll feel dangerous, not to others, to your old self. And that's the only enemy that ever mattered. If you're ready, I'll invite you to subscribe. And today, take the first 1% step. The blade doesn't get sharp by thinking. It gets sharp by contact.